Good afternoon. I'm Gwendolyn Morton, and this is Live at 5 on WBON TV 9, where every local story starts here. New details on that fire that sent a Berea man to the hospital. Also, an update on that legislative session in Frankfort, and a couple of big games tonight as Madison Southern takes on one of the best teams in the state. We've got all that news, plus lots more, including local sports and weather. That's all coming up here today on Live at 5. But first, on our big story on WBON TV, a Berea man is still on the road to recovery after a kerosene heater caught fire and exploded in his son-in-law's home last Friday. As investigators dig into the details of how something other than pure kerosene found its way into the family's heater, questions arise about the oversight of kerosene pumps in the area. According to reports, the Kentucky Department of Agriculture, responsible for inspecting gasoline pumps at gas stations, do not inspect kerosene pumps. According to our media partner, LEX 18, the kerosene in question was purchased at the 76 gas station on Kentucky 1016, that is formerly known as the 1016 Shell. Despite the absence of fuel complaints against the station, the Department of Agriculture has only conducted 2 random fuel inspections since 2018 with no recorded issues. The Berea Fire Department, which responded to that fire, is now consulting with the state fire marshal to understand the local oversight of kerosene pumps. The incident highlights the importance of consumer awareness, as there is currently no official inspection process for kerosene pumps, but consumers can report complaints about the fuel pumps at gas stations. Because there's no official oversight in Kentucky, consumers should always double check the color and smell of any fuel you plan to use. Kerosene should be colorless with a pungent and oily odor. Well, the Berea Police Department reports that their street crimes unit has recovered a large amount of stolen property. Berea police have not provided an inventory of all the recovered items, but if you believe you may be a victim of theft and have had items stolen, such as hand tools, power tools, computers, laptops, or any other home electronics, you are asked to contact the Berea Police by emailing the Street Crimes Unit. That address is streetcrimes@bereaky.gov. Staying in Berea, the Berea Police Department is requesting the public's assistance with identifying this gentleman. They would like to speak with him regarding an ongoing investigation. If you have any information or in reference to the man on the screen, you're asked to contact the Madison County Dispatch. You can contact any local law enforcement as well. Dispatch number is 859-624-4776. Get a good look at that gentleman. If you have any information, contact officials. The Laurel County Sheriff's Office is also asking for the public's help. They need help identifying the individual seen in these photos. This individual is a suspect in an overnight burglary that occurred early this past Sunday morning of a business located 1 mile north of London. If you have any information concerning the identity of the person in these photos, you're asked to please contact the Laurel County Sheriff's Office. That phone number 606-864-6600. You can also reach them on Instant Messenger through the Sheriff's Office Facebook page, or you can email them at the laurelcountysheriffs.gov. All information shared will be confidential. Well, a man found deceased in Powell County yesterday. The discovery came around noon when someone looking for the missing man found him unresponsive under a small bridge on West Railroad Street in Stanton. Stanton police say no foul play is suspected, and they do believe weather was a factor in that man's death. His identity has yet to be released. Police stated the man was not homeless, and his body has been sent to Frankfort for an official autopsy. The Stanton Police Department is in charge of the investigation, and of course that investigation remains ongoing. Well, on Tuesday, Lexington Fayette Animal Care and Control reported 2 adult dogs and 7 puppies were left in below freezing temperatures. The dogs were seen as underweight and suffering from dangerously low temperatures. They were able to see the subject abandoning the dogs. While no other information on the name is presented, he will be going to court on multiple cruelty charges. Well, preventing suicides among those who have defended our nation is the goal of a new legislation that is sponsored by Representative Michael Meredith. The measure, known as House Bill 30, would create the Kentucky Service Member Veterans and their Families Suicide Prevention Program within the Kentucky Department of Veterans Affairs. And to tell us more about that, here's WBON TV correspondent Keith West.
The House Committee on Veterans, Military Affairs, and Public Protection met in Frankfort and heard some troubling statistics concerning the suicide rate among Kentucky's veterans. According to the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs, in 2020, 119 veterans in Kentucky committed suicide. Over the last several years, the average suicide rate of veterans in Kentucky ranged between 100 and 110 per year. In an effort to help lower those numbers, State Representative Michael Meredith of Edmondson presented House Bill 30, which would establish the Kentucky Service Members, Veterans, and their Families Suicide Prevention Program. Representative Meredith spoke to the committee about the goals of the legislation.
In my humble opinion, the bill has two main goals, and that's reducing the stigma for veterans to access the services and helping to overlay specific help that already exists to make those resources more specific for veterans.
According to Meredith, the measure is about breaking down barriers and creating communication between government agencies and nonprofits. The Kentucky Service Members, Veterans, and Family Suicide Prevention Program would operate in collaboration with the Cabinet for Health and Family Services and additional community partnerships. The bill passed in committee and now heads to the full House for consideration. Reporting from the state capitol in Frankfort, I'm Keith West.
Thank you, Keith. Meredith also pointed out that while the bill focuses on preventing suicide, it also recognizes that active duty military veterans and their families must also be treated with dignity and deserve to have their constitutional rights protected. House Bill 30 specifically includes language that prevents the suicide prevention program from being used to seize or advocate for the seizure of weapons. Well, a man identified as 19-year-old Gabriel Frith is now facing charges related to a bomb threat that occurred 2 months ago at the Georgetown Community Hospital. Frith is charged with terroristic threatening, and the investigation revealed that the hospital's on-duty security guard was initially considered a potential suspect. The bomb threat was sent via text to the hospital. Frith also has pending charges in Lexington for a similar incident. That's according to the Georgetown Police Department. Definitely a warmer day here in central Kentucky, but now it looks like the rain is moving in. We've got Sam Ryan in the Weather Center after this to give you a look at that forecast and how much rain we're going to get. That's coming up next.
Operator of Leeds Fine Jewelry. I've been doing repair work for over 3 decades. Not only do we carry a large supply of Kentucky agate, we also have several lines of natural gemstones. We carry everything from small diamond earrings to large 3.5 carat studs. We have pearl necklaces and pearl earrings. We carry a large supply of gold hoops. 108 East Main Street in downtown Richmond, Kentucky. We're nationally known, we're locally owned.
How do you protect your family during a disaster? Have a plan of action for tornadoes, floods, earthquakes, and for an incident at the Bluegrass Army Depot. Know what you will do and how you will contact each other. Having a plan helps to keep you calm and not panic. Visit EstleCountyEMA.com to get started today. Plan today for a safer tomorrow.
I'm Michelle. And I'm Jennifer, and in the spring of 1992, Bishop's Small Engine Repair was born in our mom and dad's barn in Estill County.
Then in the fall of 1992, we made the move to Madison County, where we are today. With the support of our family, customers, and community, we have continued to grow in the outdoor power industry. With a full line of products from Cupcadet, Grasshopper, Echo, and Shindawa, we can help you tackle your yard so you can enjoy it with your family. Bishop's Small Engine Repair, where our focus is our customer. Stop on in, 119 North Estill Avenue in Richmond.
We can't wait to see ya.
Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. From our attention to detail, a diverse staff, and the best aftercare in the business, there's no better local choice to take care of your family in a difficult time than Davis & Powell. Call in to discuss pre-planning and preparations so there'll be no additional burden on your family. Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. For additional information, check them out at davisandpowellfuneralhome.com. Davis & Powell Funeral Home, always going the extra mile.
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
'Tis the season for sickness. Protect yourself and those around you with vaccinations at the Harness Health Pharmacies, powered by Mercy Health. Mercy Health Pharmacies offer vaccines for influenza, COVID-19, pneumonia, and RSV. Most vaccines are covered by the insurance, and in case they are not, Harness Health Pharmacy also partners with the primary care clinics for patients that are required by insurance to receive their vaccines there. Stop by the Harness Health Pharmacy in Irvin, located next to the Mercy Health Irvin Primary Care.
Welcome back to Live at 5 on WBON TV Channel 9. Looks like we've got some rain moving into the area, and that snow is about all gone, but maybe some warmer temperatures. We've got meteorologist Sam Ryan in the Weather Center going to give us a good look at that forecast.
Thanks, Grenelyn, and welcome everyone. We have our flow aloft out of the southwest, streaming out of the Gulf, and it's aiming right at us like a fire hose. And little disturbances embedded with that will allow that precipitation to drop on us as we head on through our Wednesday and into Thursday. Plan on things that get soaking wet out there. We'll have a few claps of thunder in the mix, a little bit better chance into the day Thursday. And that will just enhance at times some of that rainfall coming down. And then we will get a break in the action, I think, into the day Friday with just a lingering drip. Clouds will stick around. Wave number 2 moves at us Saturday and into Sunday. That's the main trough. So we have trough out in the western part of the United States, a big ridge down across the southeast. And in between the two, we've got this conveyor belt of moisture. And so our next wave moves in here for the day Wednesday into Thursday, as I mentioned. I suppose the good news is that temperatures will be mild. So no freezing or icing right now. It will stay above freezing all the way until maybe Sunday night. So as we look at that forecast again, things remain wet even into the morning hours here on Thursday. So as we jump ahead, how much rain are we expecting? Well, with this round, just through 7 p.m. on Thursday, certainly could see 1.5 inches, slightly higher amounts to the south. We just right now have a very low end chance of excessive rainfall, which means it could push into the flooding category. A little bit higher chance down across the far southern part of the state, getting into Bowling Green. 42 degrees out there for our morning low. Daytime high, 57. And we'll hang out into the low 60s. That isolated clap of thunder will be possible into the day Thursday. And then we may get, again, a brief break in the action. But our next wave will be moving in the main parent trough itself Saturday into Sunday. And those temperatures remaining above freezing again until maybe Sunday night and again on Monday night.
Thanks, Sam. And for weather all the time, you can find it on Channel 9 online. Check out our Facebook page and WBONTV.com. Well, a tragic incident occurred on Monday just after midnight at 130 West New Circle Road in Lexington that resulted in the death of 47-year-old Damon L. Edens. Firefighters responded to a shed fire at that location and upon arrival discovered the victim inside. The Fayette County Coroner's Office reported that Damon L. Edens succumbed to smoke inhalation. The investigation into the origin and the cause of that fire are still ongoing. Well, Richmond Parks and Recreation, along with the Richmond Outdoor Committee and other geocachers from all over, have joined together in hopes of creating a new annual geocaching tradition in Richmond and Madison County. There are now over 30 live geocaches in Madison County, and this has been ongoing since the past October and will continue until October of 2024. Richmond, Kentucky's inaugural Geo Trail is all about the history and the milling industry within Madison County, which inspired Millstone Park in downtown Richmond that features over 40 millstones from Madison County and other parts within the state. There is also an opportunity to earn a free souvenir by following these simple steps. You can download the Geocaching and Adventure Lab apps from the App Store, create an account, find 25 of the 30 plus geocaches, and lastly, complete the passport and email it to jmoore, JMOORE at richmond.ky.us, or send it to 345 Lancaster Avenue, Richmond, Kentucky. Have fun chasing those geocaches. Well, the Kentucky Organ Donor Affiliates, CODA, achieved historic milestones in 2023, making the 6th consecutive year of breaking records in lives saved through organ donation. In 2023, 693 lives were saved through organ donation, with 299 donors contributing to 729 transplants, a 25% increase in donor organ donation and a 20% increase in transplants compared to 2022. CODA's partnership with the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet Driver's License Office and Donate Life Kentucky Trust resulted in additional 90,200 people joining the organ donation registry. The organization's efforts were supported by 25 hospitals and 3 regional transplant centers within the CODA service area. The year also saw organizational growth, including the establishment of a new office in Pikeville and the creation of a comprehensive training and development department for clinical teams. CODA expressed gratitude to donors, donor families, partners, staff, volunteers, and the community for their compassion and dedication to the mission of saving lives through organ donation. Well, the Louisville Metro Police Department is asking for the public's help in identifying the individuals seen in these photos. These individuals allegedly walked into a Menards in Preston Block Crossings in October of this past year and then walked out with several unpaid electronics and small appliances worth over $1,000. The 7th Division detectives would like to speak with them. If anyone has information concerning their whereabouts, you're asked to please contact a local law enforcement. Anonymous tips can be made through the crime tip portal. Take a good look at those pictures there. With that, we're going to take another quick break. Don't go anywhere. We've got a big game here in Madison County tonight, and we've got Dawson in the role. He's going to in the studio. He's going to tell you all about it. That's coming up next right here live at 5.
Are you considering a bathroom remodel? Think about this. Remodeling your bathroom without addressing the plumbing is like going to get a facelift when you need heart surgery. Plumbing is the heart of your home. At Fast Flow, we understand the importance of a well-functioning plumbing system. Our expert plumbers have years of experience in providing top-notch plumbing services. Don't just settle for a pretty face. Choose Fast Flow Plumbing before you remodel and keep your home's heart beating perfectly.
Call a pro at Fast Flow!
Did I ever tell you about that time I zipped right past that dang Sasquatch?
I don't think so.
Yes, sir. I don't know how it ever got away if it wasn't for this brand new side-by-side I got at Gateway Cycles.
In Mount Sterling?
Yes, sir. They set me up with something that left old Sasquatch sneezing in my dust.
Jimbo!
Lord, I hear him coming back now.
That ain't no Sasquatch. That's Mama.
Get a great deal on Sasquatch eluders today. Gateway Cycles, Mount Sterling.
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best fajitas in town. Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
Watch the Real McCoys weekdays at 9:30 a.m. on Heartland.
Family known as the Real McCoys.
Watch Laugh-In on Retro TV, Mondays through Thursdays at 10 p.m. and Saturdays at 8.
If you love local sports, you'll love the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show. Join your host, Micah Watkins, Samantha Burford, and Dawson Rule as they cover sports news for the greater Madison County area. Get your local sports news every Monday night from 6 to 7 on WBON Channel 9 and on Y92.5, V99.3, and CBS Sports Radio 103.5. The Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show is also brought to you by the Richmond Raceway, the Law Office of Patrick O'Neill, Nuevo Vallarta, and Bishop Small Engine Repair.
Welcome back to Live at 5. Tonight, the WBON TV sports crew will be hosting a huge doubleheader at Madison Southern High School. Here's sports anchor Dawson Rule with all the details.
It's another big day for the WBON Channel 9 sports crew, as tonight there's a massive doubleheader down in Berea. Tonight at Madison Southern, the Lady Eagles will host town rival Berea, who separated only by one spot from each other in the 11th Region RPI. Both teams have went over a week without playing a game due to snow, so this may tighten things up in this first match this year. The second game will be the Madison Southern boys hosting number 2 Great Crossing, who's only lost one game all season long. These two games will have the gym packed, full and ready for some great local basketball. Now before looking ahead at those games, I want to take a quick moment to shout out the Ferristown 8th grade girls team who beat Madison Middle last night on their 8th grade night to continue an undefeated streak. This group's been impressive throughout their entire volleyball career and are now 4 games away from perfection. Best of luck the rest of the way to this special group getting ready to head into their high school volleyball careers. Now for tonight's games, let's look at what other matches are happening before that big doubleheader. Model will travel to Bergen High tonight, and Madison Central's boys will host Lincoln County at home. Last night, the Central girls lost a close game at home to Montgomery County 47-41. Now for a closer look at tonight's games. This first one has an interesting last couple of matchups. Up until 2022, Madison Southern's girls owned the matchup. But since then, Berea and Madison Southern have split the last 4 games, with Berea losing the district matchups, but them winning the regular season matchups. Madison Southern and Great Crossing on the boys' side in this second game will be an interesting matchup. The series is tied 2-2 all time, but in this game, the Eagles are underdogs to the Warhawks, even being at home. Great Crossing is ranked 2nd in the state, but they're a top 25 team in the country according to Max Preps. This would be Southern's biggest win of the year. They could pull it off, but they're going to be without Zach Hudson tonight, who's dealing with an injury. 6:15 is the tip for the girls' game, and the boys' game will follow after. If you can't make it out to both great matchups, tune in on Channel 9. That will be all for today's sports coverage. This is Dawson Rule with Madison County's Sports Report.
Thanks, Dawson, for that sports update. We're going to take another quick break. Don't go anywhere. Lots more news coming up right here live at 5, including some information on how to listen to that All-A Classic that is starting tomorrow. That's coming up right after this.
You've heard the name Chenault Vineyards, but what do you know about it? Chenault Vineyards is a place for the community to enjoy. Central Kentucky's premier event and wedding destination with 5 event venues, full-service catering, over 13 varieties of wine, live music entertainment, seasonal food options, weekly themed Wednesday night out and girls night out, trivia, murder mystery date nights, and free yoga on the point with beautiful views. Everyone can find something to do at Chenault Vineyards. Want to know more? Follow them on Facebook and Instagram or plan your night out at ChenaultVineyards.com.
Mushroom lovers, this one's for you. This is for the beef lovers too, the onion lovers, the Swiss cheese lovers. If you love all these things, then you're going to absolutely love our classic double mushroom onion melt. Try it now. only at A&W. Feel the heat at A&W with our delicious, cheesy, and spicy sriracha cheese curds. They're available for a limited time only, so come on in and try some today, only at A&W.
Are you looking for a brand new SUV that won't break the bank? Look no further than Jack Burford Chevrolet, home of the newly redesigned 2024 Trax. Bigger, bolder, more refined, and starting under $25,000, the new Chevy Trax is really upped its game. Come see us at Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond or check us out at jackburford.com to see everything this new Trax has to offer.
If it won't go down.
Call Mr. Rooter, the best in town.
What do I do now?
Call Mr. Rooter, the best plumber in town. Mr. Rooter is Central Kentucky's affordable and reliable plumber. Right now, get any drain in your home cleaned for only $89. Call 859-253-CLOG. That's 859-253-CLOG. So if you've got a problem that won't go down, call Mr. Rooter. He's the best plumber in town. He'll clean any drain in your home for only $89.
Now I know who to call.
Call Mr. Rooter.
Bye-bye, Poopy. Richmond has its very own TV station, WBON TV Channel 9, featuring 4 new TV channels of programming. Our primary station, 9.1, is available over the air with an antenna on all area cable systems, Roku, and our live player at WBONTV.com. You'll love the local sports and other local programming, including the only local newscast for the greater Richmond area, live at 5 daily. Find out more at WBONTV.com.
For years, Richmond residents have been searching for a heating and air company that can do it all. That search is now over. Don't let the name fool you. Fayette Heating and Air serves all over Central Kentucky for both commercial and residential customers. With Fayette Heating and Air, they promise that no matter the issue, no matter the time, you can expect award-winning heating repairs the first time, every time. Visit FayetteHeating.com to learn about special financing and how to sign up for the Comfy Club. With Fayette Heating and Air, complete home solutions.
Welcome back to Live at 5. Well, with all the snow and cold temperatures we've had, it may be hard to believe, but spring is right around the corner. And with that, it's the annual Easter egg extravaganza at the Richmond Parks and Rec. And this year, they are already looking for community booth registration. That is now open. The fee to register is $25, and you can visit richmondparksandrec.ky.us for that application. Applications will remain open up until March the 14th. If you have any question, you can email Parks and Rec at parksandrec@richmond.ky.us, and you can also follow them on social media at Richmond KY Parks. The event this year will be Saturday, March the 30th, from 11 a.m. until 1 p.m. And again, this year it's going to be at the Lake Reba softball field. So check that out. If you've got a booth that you'd like to register, go ahead and get moving on that. Well, each year this time, fans from all over the state travel to Richmond to support their favorite Class A boys and girls basketball teams in the All-A Classic State Tournament. This year, however, that tournament has been moved. It is now in Corbin due to renovations that were originally scheduled to take place at the Baptist Health Arena on the EKU campus. The games will start tomorrow at 8:30 a.m., but don't worry if you can't go down to Corbin, because we have that coverage for you right here. You can listen for free on our media partner, 103.5 CBS Sports Radio. And again, that's the All-A Classic starting tomorrow morning. I think it starts bright and early tomorrow morning. If you can't get down to Corbin, go ahead and turn on the radio, because you can get all of the action on the sister stations of Wallingford Media. And don't forget, got a big basketball game tonight. That's going to be on WBON TV, and you can also listen to that one on the radio if you can't get around the television. It's going to be on WBON TV Channel 9 and 106.7. The Pinnacle pregame for Madison Southern versus Berea Girls is going to start at 6 o'clock. Tip-off is scheduled for 6:15, and the nightcap, Madison Southern boys will host the number 2 ranked team in the state, Great Crossing. Join Michael Watkins and Jamie Boggs on the call for all the action tonight on WBON TV Channel 9, our Facebook page, the YouTube channel, and of course you can listen for free on 106.7 The Pinnacle. That should be a great game. If you can't make it out, we've got you covered, because you can listen or watch right here with the stations of Wallingford Media. Have a wonderful night. I will see you all tomorrow right here, Live at 5.